Hello and welcome to World Talks, where every word matters. I'm Anna Kalczyńska. Good morning. It's time to vote again. Romanians are heading to the polls once more this Sunday for the final election of their president, ahead of the presidential runoff. Romania's prosecutor general announced it has opened an investigation into possible violations of election laws and illegal financing of Călin Georgescu election campaign. Joining me to discuss this move and possible scenarios this weekend is Ștefan Popescu, former state secretary and Romanian Foreign Ministry. Good morning, sir. Good to have you.
Good morning. Glad to be with you.
All right, so Georgescu is leading the polls, but many Romanians are still not decided as to whom to choose. So the ball is still in play, we should say, yet there's no time left. The election is scheduled this Sunday. What can be the significance of the prosecutor's general investigation?
I am not an expert in the way Romanian justice works. I'm foreign affairs expert, but it is clear that the proofs, the evidence is presented by the Romanian Secret Services report on Mr. Georgescu's campaign will have consequences. It is hard to imagine that after these Romanian Secret Services reports, Mr. Georgescu will be able to work with the Secret Services in his capacity as chief commander. In addition, we note that the pro-European political parties have already united in a national unity coalition to isolate him in case he becomes president. In other words, a president isolated from the institutions he is supposed to lead, isolated from the parliamentary majority, isolated from Romanians' Western allies in NATO and the EU, would not be able to exercise his function.
That is true. Well, the figures are truly amazing. Romanian experts estimate that Georgescu's campaign received over 50 million euro in funding, with daily spending exceeding 3 million euros at times. And so my question to you is, what was the public opinion reaction in Romania after these suspicions around Georgescu campaign were revealed?
It was a shock, but not for all the Romanians, because, you know, many Romanians, the Romanians voters are not different from the Polish voters, American voters, French voters of the far-right parties. Many Romanians are so disappointed with the political class that they will not take into account these realities that I mentioned earlier, and you mentioned. Romanian voters, so are struggling with inflation, rising prices. They have daily problems. They are afraid of war. Of course, they are afraid of war. And in the face of these problems, the political class and the mainstream parties have not risen to the occasion. So I think many will be immune to all these things, showing clearly by Romanian institutions, by justice, by Secret Services report, and also by the reactions from the United States Department, I think is fundamental, and the reaction of President Macron, who called the pro-European candidate Mrs. Lasconi.
Okay. This is truly sad. I think this is very true for...
But I believe that the second round of the presidential elections will be held on December 8th. However, the final results will need to be validated by the Central Electoral Bureau. In the hypothesis that fraudulent campaign financing is proof, they can be cancelled.
All right. Okay, now Georgescu declares a major shift in Romania's foreign policy, as he announced he would ban transport on Ukrainian grain through his country and military aid to Kyiv, and, what's also important, disregard any NATO spending commitments if elected. Is this a warning or a promise to Romanians? In other words, how popular are such opinions in Romanian society?
I told you, they are not very popular. The majority of the Romanians, they don't care foreign policies. When you have daily problems related to the inflations, to prices, every year thousands of Romanians are leaving Romania for Germany, for France, for UK, especially UK. We have now the biggest community, bigger than Italy or Spain. 5 million Romanians are living abroad. Can you imagine? Romania had in 1991 23 million inhabitants. Now we have 18. So this is a crisis, chronicized crisis. But it is very clear that with his foreign policies options to reevaluate the presence of the American anti-missile shield at Deveselu in southwestern Romania and to review Romania's presence in the alliance system, NATO and the EU. Even if the president does not have the capacity to remove Romania from the EU and NATO, such a scenario would still mean isolating the most important institutional actor in the country's foreign and security and defense policy. In his capacity as head of the army and the secret services, the election of the president is a matter of national security. And because we are a NATO country, is a matter of security for NATO. The United States State Department said that such a president would harm U.S. relations with Romania and will send a negative signal to investors about Romania. And the French President Macron, as I mentioned, also spoke by phone with Mrs. Lasconi, the pro-European candidate for the presidency of Romania. So we see that Mr. Georgescu, if he were to become president, would be catastrophic for Romania, and Romania will be completely isolated. As Poland, Romania play a significant role in the assistance to Ukraine. We have military bases here, US, NATO, so nobody afford a president with sympathies to Russia.
Absolutely. So we understand that the first round outcome indicated a sharp shift from Romania's mainstream parties to more populist anti-establishment parties, whose voice found fertile ground on the premises.
This is the essence.
Yes, this is the essence. The reasons behind, you just mentioned them. We know them and we understand them. But are there truly no hope? Is there truly no hope in pro-EU and pro-NATO politicians? Is there no offer?
No, but they are pro-EU and pro-NATO. The majority of the politicians in Romania, but some of them, they were completely disconnected from the problems of Romanians. So it is a protest vote, irrational, is true, but when you speak about the collective psychology, the irrational becomes something dangerous. Because sometimes the voters think it's the first time in the political history of the post-communist Romania that they have truly the chance to sanction the political class. So this is the real danger. So that's why we must explain to the voters that it's not a solution to destroy all. They gave the signal already. They gave the signal. I think they were understood. But now it's time to have a mature vote and to not destroy all the achievements that Romania had during the 2 decades in NATO and the EU, and to build something different.
Right, so major vote. This is we all hope for Romania, and we keep fingers crossed for that. Some hope was given also by the
because you must see also the context of Romania with Serbia, pro-Russian in the border, southeastern border of Romania. You have Hungary in western border of Romania.
Moldova
so,
as
it's
well.
Very difficult. Yes. You have Turkey with Mr. Erdogan, a very Democrat leader. No, it will be catastrophic to Romania to change in such a way for the region, for Poland, for our partners in the region, not only for the engagement of United States and other Western partners in our region. So that's why it's critical that Romania will remain on the pro-European and pro-NATO way.
Ștefan Popescu, thank you very much, sir, for sharing your insight and giving us a broader perspective here for the region on the Romanian runoff this Sunday. That was the World Talks, and please stay tuned to TVP World. Thank you for watching. See you soon.